All right, how's everybody doing? Excited to be up here in Pennsylvania from good old Tennessee. Probably can tell by my accent. I work over at WP Engine, like Neil said. I'm an agency rep, so I have 10 states, and Pennsylvania is one of mine, so I'm here every once in a while, so I'm excited to meet some of you guys first time in person. But today I just want to kind of talk a little bit about WP Engine and some of the things we're doing in the WordPress world and kind of WordPress world in general. So just give me a show of hands. Who's ever heard of WP Engine out here? Good. How many of y'all are clients? Excellent, excellent. Good to see, good to see. So a little bit about WP Engine just in general. We have 600 employees. We're solely focused on WordPress and WordPress hosting as kind of a digital experience platform. We're very, very passionate about your success. We have around 85,000 customers. We power about 5% of the web, around 600,000 websites in about 140 countries. So we're pretty big, pretty big. It all started with WordPress. Myself personally, I've been doing WordPress development and design since probably 2008 or so, back when WordPress was I think it was 2.2. Ran a small WordPress development shop in Nashville. I worked with people like CMA, Reba McEntire. My first WP Engine experience, I was getting ready. Has anyone ever heard of Aaron Rodgers? Yeah. I mean, it's it's a really good quarterback, right? He had just won the MVP, and I've been talking to this company. They said they were having a T-shirt. They had a new contract with him to do T-shirts for a nonprofit in town, and so they sell the T-shirts online, and then they would give back, to the community or whatever. So they called me up, and they didn't ask anything about how am I going to build it? What's the site's going to look like? Anything like that. The only thing he said was, John, this thing can't go down. And all of a sudden, my jaw dropped. I had all these sites on a Rackspace cloud site that I was just kind of managing myself. I'm like, what the heck do I do? Started doing a little Googling around online, and I found WP Engine. And guess what? I think at that time, literally WP Engine had 10 or 12 employees. They didn't have many. The sales guy I was talking to was like, here's my personal cell phone. If the site goes down, call me. That's how long ago it was. So anyway, so the site didn't go down, and I've been a customer, and now I'm an employee ever since. So, and it all started with me with WordPress, right? How can I build something that my customers can go and they can edit the content and then be successful and either sell things, tell about their company or whatever that might be. So, our goal is to help our customers win online. So how we do it, we all know WordPress. WordPress is a CMS, and under that is kind of the WP Engine layer. So we do all the managed hosting, the site optimization, the caching, security. We have a lot of great developer tools. We have a tech ops team. We have service and support so that you can just focus on what you're good at, which is probably your content strategy, your site development, and your marketing, right? And then at the very end, you have a nice, beautiful website. A little bit about WordPress. I'm sure you've all seen all the stats how WordPress is winning the web, right? It's around 32% of all the internet right now. And when I say that, usually I kind of thought about all right, so WordPress has this great presence on the internet, right? But what are those sites? Is it mommy bloggers? Are they cat gifs? What are they doing? So the great thing about this, of all the 200,000 top sites on the internet, WordPress is 20% of those. So just knowing that WordPress is kind of moving up market from those mommy bloggers. Not that there's anything wrong with being a mommy blogger or a cat blogger, right? But now kind of the enterprise is paying a little bit more attention to us. So, and then if you look at kind of the CMS world, you can see that in that world, WP Engine is hosting most of those top sites, right? So out of the top sites in the internet and then the top sites in WordPress, WP Engine is that host of choice. We're working with huge brands from around the world. So in the enterprise side, we've kind of noticed we had a study done, and we noticed that 53% of large enterprise were looking at two CMSs. So sometimes the front end of the site, was running a Drupal or Adobe or whatever that might be, and then that blog or kind of that content piece was all being run by WordPress. So if you look at the most popular CMSs, you will notice that WordPress is right up there with Adobe Experience Manager. So some of the top benefits of that secondary CMS, you have a faster time to market, ease of use, agility, and experimentation. These are all things that when we did our study that we were told that CMOs were looking for. So one of the key things about WordPress, right, is it does integrate with a lot of different Marcom tools around the internet. So, you know, we've all seen this, you know, the Martech 5000, right? So a lot of these things you're going to see, they do have, WordPress has plugins, which can help you go to market a lot faster. You know, you're able to, quote unquote, like build your own adventure, right? Having lots of different plugins and different services that you can put all together and put together for your clients or for yourself to build the site of that's going to help you be successful online. Also, when you look at kind of like a total cost of ownership, if you look at us in like kind of a proprietary CMS, you know, with the proprietary CMS, you have software licensing fees, you have build fees. As agencies, we all love build fees, right? Mm-hmm. You have the implementation fees, and you have the tech, server, and security fees. With WordPress, since it's an open source CMS, you do not have that software licensing fee. Obviously, you still have the build fees. You have some of the implementation fees, but they're not nearly as high. And then you have the tech, server, and security fees. So you can see that the barrier to enter, the cost of ownership, is a lot less. So now kind of like looking at the mobile web, right? So like, I mean, I remember the first like responsive design that I kind of ever heard of, right? Like, I think it was like the Boston Globe or something like that. Anyone remember this, right? So I was like, this is so cool. Like I can take the bottom of my browser and move it over and it looks better and it looks like a phone, right? So, you know, now we're kind of looking at the mobile web being more than just responsive design. It's more of like a progressive web app, right? Where, you know, WordPress is used to connecting to different integration systems, right? That you can go and build that online experience specifically for mobile. So most marketers are using Adobe and WordPress to build with AMP and the progressive web apps. So you can see that's neck and neck there. Faster time to market, we all know this, like, you know, the ability once again to kind of use those plugins, right? Or different integration tools that you can find to plug into WordPress so you can have a good seamless experience. Coming out, we've all heard of Gutenberg. Who hasn't heard of Gutenberg in here? Awesome. So the new WordPress backend editor, right, that's going to give you blocks of content that you can build once and then deploy across different other areas of your site. So like, for instance, like, you know, when we built the new WPEngine.com, right, we were able to build blocks of content and reuse those. So instead of having to do it, you know, I think we had 12 different landing pages for the different things that we were doing for our promotions, right? We only had to build it once, build small bits of code, right, and then redeploy those across those pages. So also easier experimentation. So like, you know, spinning up WordPress is a lot easier and faster now. Like I have a good example. You know, some people even use it for like AI, right? So you can use, bring in that content, play with it really, really quickly and deploy it really fast just to kind of play and kind of figure out what you're doing, right? So within WP Engine, we have one of my big jobs is to help us to talk to people about partnerships. So that's one of the reasons why I'm here today. So we have a program called the Agency Partner Program, and our goal here is to create strategic partnerships for long-lasting relationships and help our different agency partners grow their business through our marketing, joint selling, and valuable content. We have a team on our staff. You can see my beautiful face there down the bottom, right? Who's assigned to you and can help you share your story. So here's some of the things we can do. Like I said, like, you know, we can do joint marketing, we do technical training, we have referrals and networking. Much like we have today, we can help you with thought leadership, and we can also give you access to our product roadmap. We have, there's several different levels that we can do also. So anything from just being a member, where you can just have access to, we have a partner portal with lots of good marketing tools for you. Give you advanced developer tools, landing pages, and communication to anywhere where we can actually start doing co-branded campaigns with you with people you're going or customers you're looking to talk to online. So that's kind of the end of what I have here. I wanted to see if there's any questions about anything I talked about today or anything from anybody. Awesome. All right. Thank you all. I think Neil's next.